From the Presidential Palace, Manila, Dateline Malacañang.
Good day. This is Dateline Malacañang in Review. Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. on Monday witnessed the signing of the Laguindingan International Airport Public-Private Partnership or PPP project concession agreement at the President's Hall in Malacañang Palace. In his speech, the President said, the 12.75 billion peso concession agreement for the expansion and modernization of the Laguindingan International Airport will usher development in northern Mindanao. The agreement, the first unsolicited proposal awarded by the Department of Transportation or DOTR under the Marcos administration, is seen to transform the Laguindingan International Airport in Misamis Oriental into a modern, efficient, and sustainable gateway in northern Mindanao that meets global standards. President Marcos said the project will expand the facilities, upgrade the terminals, augment capacity, and deliver services in a safer, efficient, and more convenient way. The project is seen to increase the airport's annual capacity from 1.6 million passengers to 3.9 million in the first phase, and then to 6.1 million by the end of the second phase. Let us listen to the speech of Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. during the event.
Today we embark upon another journey towards fulfilling our mission to improve our country's airport facilities and services. In the past, airports were considered just transit points. Now, with the way that travel has evolved, we see them as gateways that embody the unique character, culture, and people of the places that they serve. Situated between the bustling cities of Cagayan de Oro and Iligan, the Laguindingan International Airport serves as an access to northern Mindanao. It opened in 2013 to cater to 1.6 million passengers per year and is considered Mindanao's second busiest airport. With the influx of travelers in the Mindanao region, the signing of this concession agreement for the Laguindingan International Airport Public-Private Partnership Project provides us with the opportunity to expand the facilities, upgrade the terminals, augment capacity, and deliver our services in a safer, efficient, and more convenient way. This also shows our commitment to invest in the development of northern Mindanao. Expectedly, the improvement of the airport will significantly boost tourism, create jobs, increase business presence, and ultimately aid in achieving our goal of economic growth. This project aims to expand the airport's capacity first to 3.9 million per year in the first phase, and eventually to 6.3 million passengers per year by the end of the second phase. For most travelers, airports provide a glimpse of what awaits them at their destination. It is an experience on its own. Air travel is already a challenge, but it is now up to us to offer seamless service so that our visitors will feel the warmth and the welcoming nature of Filipinos. This vision can only be realized through our united efforts and steadfast commitment to work together, to work hand in hand. With that, this administration extends our gratitude to the supportive and visionary partners in the private sector, particularly Aboitiz Infracapital Inc. We are likewise grateful for the International Finance Corporation of the World Bank Group for its instrumental role in providing transaction advisory services to the Department of Transportation for this project. We welcome more players and investors who are equally dedicated to helping us deliver quality services to the Filipino people. To the officials and employment of the Department of Transportation, the Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines, the Public and Private Partnership Center, and all concerned agencies, I urge you to remain on track in completing and implementing transportation projects. Perhaps some of you may have noticed that when the documents were signed, Sabine and I looked at each other and let out a sigh of relief. And the reason that is that this agreement, this PPP arrangement, actually redefined how we do PPPs in the Philippines. And perhaps that's why we had that breath of relief, because finally it was done. But it wasn't easy going. We had to change so many things. We had to change procedures. We had to streamline many of the things, even the definitions of what a solicited and an unsolicited offer was, and how we handle it. But we now have a template. And so next, perhaps Bohol will not take so much time or be so difficult. Witnessing the signing of this concession agreement is a reminder of what we are capable of doing, so long as we remain committed to this common goal, to help improve the lives of our people. Once again, thank you, and congratulations to all of you who have been involved in this project, both in the public sector and the private sector. We look forward to witnessing a revitalized Laguindingan International Airport, a reliable hub that will inspire everyone to explore what lies beyond its terminal gates. Let us buckle up and take off towards a brighter and more connected Bagong Pilipinas.
You just heard Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.
Dateline Malacañang.
Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. on Monday honored the 2024 Metrobank Foundation Outstanding Filipinos, hailing them as the new faces of public service. In a ceremony in Malacañang, the President commended the 10 teachers, soldiers, and police officers for demonstrating what it truly means to be a Bagong Pilipino or New Filipino. The 2024 Metrobank Foundation Outstanding Filipinos were teachers Maria Elia Fabelia and Franco Rino Apoyon, professors Dr. Maria Regina Hechanova Alampay and Dr. Decibel Faustino Eslava, Philippine Marine Corps Staff Sergeant Michael Rianon and Philippine Army or PA Major Ron Villarosa Jr., Philippine Navy Captain Salvador Sambalilo, police officers Staff Sergeant Liena Sol Josefa Jovita, Major Mark Ronan Balmaceda, and Lieutenant Colonel Brian Bernardino were also awarded. Each of the awardees received 1 million pesos in cash prize, a gold medallion, and the iconic The Flame Trophy from Metrobank. The chief executive also reminded the awardees to carry their medallions as a reminder of their determination to keep pushing forward as they set a high standard in public service. Likewise, President Marcos urged them to continue being catalysts of change and to inspire the public to follow their example amid emerging global challenges. Let us listen to the speech of Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. during the event.
For 39 years, the Metrobank Foundation has been shining a spotlight on Filipinos, the teachers, the soldiers, police officers, whose work strengthens the very foundation of our nation. It is always a privilege to stand here and give credit to those who embody the finest qualities that we aspire for: patriotism, integrity, courage, and social responsibility. Today, we honor 10 outstanding Filipino awardees for going above and beyond in the work that they have done to transform lives and to elevate communities. You are the new faces of public service, dedicated, selfless, and committed to excellence, the living examples of what it truly means to be a bagong Pilipino. Let us give due recognition to the teachers who mold the minds of future generations. We honor Maria Ella Fabela, whose passion for inclusive education has safeguarded the culture of the Samu Bajau community in Zamboanga. Franco Rino Apoyo, Zamboanga Sibugay's cultivator of green education, has shown us that we can teach our youth while empowering them to care for the environment. We recognize Dr. Maria Regina Echanova Alampay, Quezon City's mental health champion, who dedicated her expertise to make mental health information and services more accessible in our country. Dr. Decibel Faustino Eslava from the UPLB, who became a force in environmental stewardship, proving that we can balance development with ecological responsibility. We have our soldiers. No media, no medal, no accolade could fully capture the sacrifice that they have made to secure our safety and our freedom. We salute Staff Sergeant Michael Rayanon, who led his team in implementing development projects in Palawan, significantly contributing to the declaration of the province as insurgency-free. There is Major Ron Villarosa Jr., who reshaped peace building in Bangsamoro, proving that even in the most conflict-stricken areas, peace is possible. Captain Salvador Sambalilo digitally transformed the systems of the Philippine Navy for an enhanced service delivery. Our police officers too have faced trials that many of us could not even imagine. Police Staff Sergeant Lena Sol Josefa Jovita has worked tirelessly as Cagayan de Oro's community care advocate, specifically for the rights of women and of children. Police Major Mark Ronan Balmaceda has fought relentlessly for the liberty and integrity in Marawi City and the police organization, while Police Lieutenant Colonel Brian Bernardino has been at the front line of countering extremism in Sultan Kudarat, preventing the recruitment of our youth into radical groups. These honors are a testament to the remarkable heights each of you has reached, whether you are educating our young, defending our borders, keeping our communities safe. You have gone beyond what is ordinary. And for that, you deserve nothing less than our highest admiration. As you wear these medallions, carry them as a reminder of your determination to keep pushing forward. You have set a high standard, and I know you will continue to surpass it. I would also like to extend my gratitude to the Metrobank Foundation and its partners for honoring Filipino exemplary public servants. Be assured that we stand with you in this mission to uplift those who make Bagong Pilipinas possible. To our awardees, continue to be the catalysts of change when you go back now to your communities. Challenge them to dream bigger, to aspire higher, to take action with the same fervor that you have demonstrated, especially now. Typhoons or storms are made stronger because of climate change, and the challenges become even harder to deal with. We need more people like you, innovative, selfless, socially responsible. This is what I've always seen in Filipinos. We never get tired of helping others. As we look into the future, let us dream of progress and be relentless in our pursuit of it. The journey ahead may be long and it may be winding, but with your unwavering commitment, we will forge a path where our nation rises and flourishes, standing tall, proud, among the greats of the world. Together, let's write the next chapter of our history, the Bagong Pilipinas filled with promise, with hope, and the undeniable spirit of the Filipino. Congratulations to our 2024 Metrobank Foundation Outstanding Filipinos. Maraming salamat sa inyong serbisyo. Mabuhay kayong lahat. Mabuhay ang Bagong Pilipinas.
You just heard Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.
Dateline Malacañang.
Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. on Monday afternoon reaffirmed the government's commitment to achieving zero hunger for Filipinos as it joined hands with international partners for the Enhanced Partnership Against Hunger and Poverty, or EPAHP. Speaking at the presentation of the signed EPAHP Joint Memorandum Circular, or JMC, on Monday in Malacañang, the President renewed his administration's goal of eradicating hunger and alleviating poverty. In light of this commitment, the Chief Executive directed all government agencies and urged local government units, or LGUs, to support the EPAHP for an accelerated approach to achieving zero hunger, food and nutrition security, and sustainable agriculture. With the signing of the JMC, 34 partners from national agencies to international organizations committed to realizing zero hunger in the Philippines. President Marcos said engaging more partners to supply food items under the Supplementary Feeding Program, or SFP, which underscores a partnership that goes beyond business. It is a true lifeline for our farmers and for our communities. The EPAHP program, one of the banner programs of the Task Force on Zero Hunger, is a collaborative initiative of multiple government agencies aiming to institutionalize efforts to mitigate hunger and promote food and nutrition security by linking community-based organizations, or CBOs, to prospective markets, as well as providing credit assistance to support food production, processing, and distribution. President Marcos Jr. thanked all program partners for their significant contributions to the initiative's success. Let us listen to Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.'s speech during the event.
Today we seal a very significant commitment that moves us closer to achieving our vision of a hunger-free nation. Here at the presentation of the signed Enhanced Partnership Against Hunger and Poverty, or EPAP, Joint Memorandum Circular, we gather to renew a promise that no Filipino should go to bed hungry and that no community will be overlooked in our fight against poverty. This partnership started in 2016 when the DSWD, the DA, and the DAR united to launch the Partnership Against Hunger and Poverty. This program was expanded in 2019, becoming what we now call EPAP. This year, we directed all government agencies and encouraged all local government units to support its implementation to bolster our efforts towards zero hunger, food and nutrition security, and sustainable agriculture. Through this, we can improve farm productivity, link farmers, fisherfolk, other food producers to larger markets, provide secure income, ensuring that our children, our mothers, our most vulnerable, have access to nutritious food. Recently, I learned of the heartfelt sentiments of various federations of Sustainable Livelihood Program Associations, or SLPAs, in Davao de Oro. Their gratitude towards the DSWD and our local government units for tapping them to supply food items under the Supplementary Feeding Program, which underscores a partnership that goes beyond business. It is a true lifeline for our farmers and for our communities. As we nurture this opportunity provided by this partnership, we unlock the potential to rise above poverty, particularly for our hardworking farmers. With the signing of this joint memorandum circular, we are bringing in a coalition of 34 partners, from national agencies to international organizations, each one committed to making zero hunger a reality in the Philippines. We are also setting the guidelines for the adoption and implementation of the EPAP program by national and local governments, as well as partners to harmonize programs, projects, and activities under this initiative. At the core of this partnership lies our approach. We provide credit and insurance assistance and directly connect community-based organizations, or CBOs, to government feeding programs and to broader markets. As of May 2024, by strengthening CBOs, we have generated more than 200 million pesos worth of sales and contracts between 122 CBOs and government feeding programs. With the digital mapping system developed with the technical support from the United Nations Food and Agricultural Organization, we are leveraging technology to link these organizations with prospective markets, such as the DSWD feeding programs. Additionally, we will form a 14-member EPAP steering committee chaired by the Secretary of DSWD, ensuring necessary leadership, coordination, and accountability are in place, as well as the continuous and effective implementation of all the measures under EPAP. To guarantee that we stay on track, transparency and accountability must remain paramount. Hence, the quarterly monitoring and evaluation of the program will be useful to ensure that resources are being used for activities that will achieve our intended goals for EPAP. To all our partners in this program, government agencies, financial institutions, international partners, local officials, our partners in the private sector, in civil society organizations, thank you. Your support is vital to the success of this endeavor. We have yet to achieve zero hunger, but your dedication to this mission assures me that we are all united in this effort, ready to build a better nation for all, especially for those who need it the most. Sa sama-sama nating pagkikilos, darating din ang kinabukasan kung saan ang gutom ay isang malayong alaala na lamang. Mabuhay po tayong lahat. Mabuhay ang bagong Pilipinas.
You just heard Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.
Dateline Malacañang.
Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. on Tuesday presided over a sectoral meeting to discuss updates on the Walang Gutom 2027 Food Stamp Program, or FSP, at the State Dining Room in Malacañang Palace. The President highlighted the improvements in addressing food poverty as the Department of Social Welfare and Development, or DSWD, reported a notable decrease in food-poor families. According to DSWD data, food-poor households have dropped from 1 million in 2021 to 700,000 in 2023, a decline attributed to the FSP. Launched through Executive Order, or EO number 44 in 2023, the FSP aims to combat hunger in low-income households by providing beneficiaries with 3,000 pesos in monthly food credits through an electronic benefit transfer, or EBT card. The program, which was piloted with 2,366 households, has expanded to include 182,771 verified beneficiaries as of October 16th. During the meeting, DSWD Secretary Rex Gatchalian confirmed plans to further extend FSP coverage, aiming to reach an additional 300,000 households by 2025 and 400,000 by 2026, with the goal of assisting 1 million food-poor households by 2027.
Dateline Malacañang.
Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. on Wednesday led the opening of the new mega distribution facility of logistics giant Maersk, which is seen to boost the country's import and export activities and bring the Philippine logistics system closer to becoming a powerful force. In his speech during the launch of the Maersk Optimus Distribution Center in Calamba City, Laguna Province, the president said the country's logistics system will be a step closer to become a powerful force, bridging islands, breathing life into industries, businesses, bringing together the Filipino people on a path towards sustained development. The Philippines logistics sector ranked 43rd out of 139 countries in the World Bank's 2023 Logistics Performance Index or LPI, a notable improvement from its 60th rank in 2018. Maersk Philippines has been operating in the country since 1974 with 11 offices, including its corporate office in the Mall of Asia complex in Pasay City and a main distribution center in Cainta, Rizal Province. The 4.8 billion peso 10-hectare investment facility in Laguna is the largest Maersk distribution center in the Philippines and will serve as the transport hub for southern Luzon and Bicol region. In terms of employment opportunities, Maersk expects to employ about 1,000 personnel within the first 2 years of its operation, while also catering to numerous small and medium enterprises or SMEs, vendors, creating indirect employment for another 1,000 individuals. The chief executive also commended Maersk Philippines for embracing environmentally sustainable practices and supporting the government's initiatives towards a cleaner and greener Philippines. Let us listen to the speech of Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. during the event.
For many in our country, the idea of logistics seems like an abstract concept. When we order goods online, we often overlook that this intricate system that moves goods across our islands from farms to markets, warehouses to homes, yet quietly keeps the rhythm of our daily lives, ensuring food on our tables, medicine for the sick, and packages at our doorstep. Without logistics, the seamless flow of our lives and conveniences we have grown accustomed to would simply break. But beyond keeping the flow of commerce seamless, logistics also fuels our economy and creates jobs for our people. We hear at this point, especially after the pandemic, a lot of talk about supply chains and robust supply chains. And this arises from the lessons that we have learned during the pandemic, where supply chains were broken. And many of them no longer came back. And therefore, the lessons learned from the pandemic are that those supply chains have to be robust. And when such a tragedy, such as the pandemic, hits us, that we still have the capability to move people and goods around. Facilities such as this are the nodes of that supply chain. Everything that we receive in our homes, all the deliveries that we receive in our businesses have to go through a facility like this, so that they organize, as you can see, the goods that need to be moved on to their final destination. That is why today's inauguration is so important. The journey of the Philippine logistics sector has been marked by our ability to overcome challenges and to seize new opportunities. Following its growth in 2018 and 2019, the transportation and storage industry has withstood unprecedented disruptions, as I spoke about the pandemic. But despite this, the sector has rebounded. And in the second quarter of this year, the transport and storage sector posted a growth of 14.8%. It ranked second only to construction as the fastest growing industry in the Philippines. This growth is sustained by more than 3.68 million Filipinos who are employed in this sector in the first half of 2024. The transport and storage sector is also projected to achieve a market size of over 1.16 trillion pesos by 2027. This reflects the rapid and stable pace of its development. Globally, the Philippines' logistics sector has shown marked improvement in competitiveness. In the World Bank's 2023 Logistics Performance Index, we climbed to the 43rd spot out of 139 economies, a great improvement from our previous place at 60th in 2018. Our gains in customs efficiency, infrastructure quality, on-time deliveries make this rank improvement possible. With the grand opening of the Maersk Optimus Distribution Center, our logistics system will be a step closer to become a powerful force, bridging our islands, breathing life into our industries, our businesses, bringing together our people on a path towards sustained development. The Maersk Optimus Distribution Center attests to the shared vision of Maersk Philippines and Solid Group Incorporated, a vision for a more inclusive and sustainable growth. As one of the largest logistics centers in the country, the Maersk Optimus Distribution Center is poised to bolster import and export activities in southern Luzon, especially in Bicol and Calabarzon. This strategic location in Calamba aligns with our efforts to decongest Manila and to unlock the economic potential in the countryside. With this project, it is our citizens who stand to benefit the most. For many Filipinos, it opens many new doors. In the coming years, the Maersk Optimus Distribution Center is expected to create employment for 1,000 people in its surrounding communities and indirect employment for another 1,000 individuals, from vendors and service providers to truckers and beyond. And I think Secretary Chris Roque will agree with me. Those are very conservative numbers, because generally speaking, when a large plant such as this is put up in a community, the downstream employment that comes, both the full employment and partial employment, is usually 3 times the direct employment in the facility. So it is a great boon to the local community. And this company will be doing it in a sustainable manner, as we have heard. In line with its social responsibility, this center has embraced environmentally sustainable practices, from utilizing solar power to reduce its grid consumption by 30% to deploying electric vehicles for the last mile services. It is committed to earning a gold certification under the Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design. Environmental stewardship is a cornerstone of this administration's agenda, and it is heartening to see the private sector partners echoing this commitment. It is more critical as we face natural calamities such as the typhoons and storms that have intensified because of climate change. Your values as a company align with this administration's priorities to transition to cleaner and more renewable sources of energy. It is imperative for both the public and private sectors to adopt effective, responsive, and ecologically sound practices. As such, it is our fervent hope that your investment will continue to grow, and we hope, like other like-minded businesses, they will take stock of the country's logistics sector as we continue to pursue measures to reduce costs and make industry more competitive. To Maersk Philippines and Solid Group Incorporated, thank you for spearheading this initiative. I urge you to build more agile and flexible end-to-end supply chains, fortifying the groundwork of a more competitive industry for all. Let this day reaffirm our commitment to constructing a bagong Pilipinas where we work hand in hand to ensure that prosperity flows into every corner of our archipelago.
You just heard Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.
Dateline Malacañang.
Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. has directed the Energy Regulatory Commission, or ERC, to conduct a study on the implementation of a moratorium in the payment of electricity. Covered in the moratorium are areas affected by the recent severe tropical storm Christine, particularly areas under a state of calamity. Residents affected by the storm will temporarily not pay their electric bills from the month of October until December this year. According to the President, the move is part of the government's initiative to help residents recover from the damages caused by the storm. To recall, severe tropical storm Christine drenched almost the entirety of Luzon that caused massive flooding and landslides.
Dateline Malacañang.
Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. on Wednesday directed the Philippine Charity Sweepstakes Office, or PCSO, to continue its charity works, help the vulnerable sector, and fulfill its commitment to donate 2 patient transport vehicles, or PTVs, to each local government unit, or LGU, nationwide. During the ceremonial turnover of 90 PTVs held at the Quirino Grandstand in Manila, the President emphasized the importance of strengthening the country's healthcare system, especially those in far-flung areas. The Chief Executive also requested LGUs to take care of the ambulances and make sure they use it for a long time. The 90 PTVs were allotted for the provinces of Cebu, Samar, Bohol, Negros Occidental, Pangasinan, and Rizal. Let us listen to the speech of Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. during the event.
Magandang hapon sa ating mga beneficiary na LGU. And first, batiin ko ang PCSO Chairman Felix Reyes, PCSO General Manager Mel Robles, at yung ating mga kasama sa pamahalaan. At ating mga bisita na nandito, hindi masyadong maganda, pero magandang hapon sa inyong lahat. Hindi ko na pahabain pa, ito lang ay patuloy sa ating programa at ipinipilit natin na ang bawat LGU ay magkaroon ng ambulansya, magkaroon ng ganitong tinatawag na patient transport vehicle. At ito naman ay programa ng PCSO na aming pinag-usapan mula po pag-upo ko at nandyan na si Mel Robles at sinabi ko sa kanya nung siya ay nailagay sa PCSO, ang utos ko sa kanya ay balik ninyo ang PCSO sa charity work dahil nung tinitignan namin yung expenditure ng PCSO ay nababawasan yung charity work at sa ibang trabaho na pupunta ang PCSO. Kaya ito ang naging bunga niyan. Kaya sabi ko ay pinakamadali dyan. Dahil nung senador ako, nung congressman ako, hanggang ngayon, ay maraming ating mga chief executive ng ating mga LGU ay panay hingi ng ganito, ng patient transport vehicle, ambulansya at lahat. Ay ang sabi ko dapat siguro, hindi ko naman malaman kung bakit napakahirap na magkaroon ng ganito. At naalala ko nung gobernador ako, nakukuha mo lang yung ambulansya dati pagka medyo malapit ka sa kung sino man, o pakiusap, o palakasan unahan, palakasan. Kako naman, hindi naman siguro dapat ganun. Kaya sinabi ko, kailangan sabihin na lang natin, kailangan na lang, sabi ko, hanggat kaya natin, kuha ng tayo na itong mga emergency vehicle na ganito. At ikalat natin, huwag na nating isipin kung saan pupunta, kung ito'y binoto ba tayo dyan, nanalo ba tayo dyan, wala nang ganun. Kung saan man nangailangan, magpapadala tayo. At ginawa nila, dahil hindi nyo na itatanong, ito ang 90th anniversary ng PCSO. May kaunting handa doon sa Manila Hotel mamaya. At kaya naman, karapat-dapat na ang pinamigay na itong mga emergency vehicle ang 90 rin ang ipinimigay ngayong araw na ito. So, ako'y natutuwa na ating nagagawa ito at ipatuloy nating gagawa. Ang hihilingin ko lang sa ating mga chief executives, sa ating mga LGU heads, alagaan ninyo, patagalin ninyo. Matibay naman itong mga ito, basta't alagaan natin na mabuti. Ang maganda rito sa pagpili namin itong modelong ito, madaming pyesa ito, madaling ayusin, kahit saan, makakahanap kayo, kahit sinong mekaniko, kayang ayusin itong mga emergency vehicle na ito. At kahit saan, madali makakuha ng pyesa dahil napakahirap pagka yung mga masyadong magagandang ambulance kung minsan natatanggap namin, basta't nasira, hindi mo na makikita na nakaparada na doon habang buhay. Sayang naman. Kaya tiniyak namin na itong mga emergency vehicle na ating ipinamimigay ay madali namang gamitin. Yun lang, alagaan natin na mabuti, patagalin natin na mabuti. At sana pagka tuloy-tuloy itong programa na ito, ay hindi lang 100% ang mabubuo natin. Ay pinagmamalaki ng PCSO, kanila, kaya daw nila mag-deliver na Tigalawa. Kaya gagawin daw natin 200%. Kaya nasabi mo na yan kaya pangako na yan. Hindi na natin pwedeng, kailangan matupad yan. Mapapahiya ako rito, panayang announce ko rito. Kaya ulit, ako ay natutuwa na aming nagagawa ito na ang ating mga LGU ay hindi na nahihirapan. Alam naman natin na lalo na sa outside ng mga malalaking syudad, ay kailangan ito, kay patient transport, for marami, ginagamit yan sa maraming bagay. Kaya magpasalamat tayo sa PCSO sa kanilang patuloy na trabaho para sa pag-deliver ng mga emergency vehicle at ipagpatuloy natin itong programang ito.
You just heard Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.
Dateline Malacañang.
Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. on Wednesday called on the Philippine Charity Sweepstakes Office, or PCSO, to continue fulfilling its mandate of helping vulnerable Filipinos as he hailed the government's charity arm for its remarkable 9 decades of service. Speaking at the 90th anniversary celebration of the PCSO in Manila Hotel, the President said the agency has served as a beacon in times of darkness for countless Filipinos. The chief executive commended the PCSO for creating not just a system of funding, but a helping hand for Filipinos in need. President Marcos highlighted several PCSO programs that impacted many lives, such as the Medical Assistance Program, Institutional Partnership Program, and the Medical Transport Vehicle Donation Program, among others. The PCSO's 90th anniversary celebration coincided with the National Day of Charity declared by President Marcos through Proclamation number 598 on June 13, 2024, which aims to raise awareness and encourage individuals and groups to implement charitable initiatives and philanthropic activities that can enrich community ties, improve other people's well-being, and impact lives tangibly. Since its creation on October 30th, 1934, The PCSO has been the principal government agency for raising funds through sweepstakes, races, and lottery games for funding health programs and medical assistance. Let us listen to the speech of Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. during the event.
Maraming salamat. Thank you, PCSO Chairman Felix Reyes. Please be seated. Ang General Manager ng PCSO, GM Mel Robles, the Chief of Staff and one of the awardees of the Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, General Romeo Browner, the Commanding General of the Philippine Air Force, Lieutenant General Stephen Pareño, First Lady Luis Araneta, who is actually a beneficiary, for PCSO because of her project, Love for All. At marami silang ginagawa ni Mel at saka ni Chairman. Kaya, my fellow workers in government, and of course our all important partners in the private sector, other distinguished guests, the awardees who had received awards for their good work this evening, magandang gabi sa inyo lahat. Today, we celebrate 90 remarkable years of the Philippine Charity Sweepstakes Office, or PCSO, an institution that has been for many a beacon in times of darkness. 9 decades, almost a century of hope, a lottery of chances, and a whole lot of dreams funded, healed, and realized. Since its founding, the PCSO has embedded itself into the lives and dreams of our people, reaching out to those who may otherwise feel left behind. 90 years ago, the visionaries behind the PCSO laid the foundation for an institution that is dedicated to helping alleviate the plight of the people, especially the marginalized sectors of our society. The journey they began was ambitious, uniting the power of chance with the power of purpose, creating not just a system of funding, but a helping hand for Filipinos indeed. And they succeeded, laying the foundation for a legacy that continues to change lives until today. One person whose life was touched through your dedicated work here in the PCSO is Walter Mejia from San Jose del Monte, Bulacan. Mr. Mejia, now 50, has lived with polycystic kidney disease for 2 decades. Last year, through the PCSO's medical assistance program, he was able to access 600,000 pesos for his kidney transplant. In line with strengthening our healthcare access, the PCSO's medical transport vehicle donation program provides ambulances and patient transport vehicles to local government units, hospitals, and organizations in vulnerable communities, as well as in far-flung areas. In Donsol, Sorsogon, there was no ambulance for years. People needing urgent care would have to wait, sometimes too long, for help. When the PCSO donated a patient transport vehicle last year, it brought a sense of security, a reminder that every Filipino deserves quick, proper care, no matter where they live. To make its 90th year even more meaningful, the PCSO donated this afternoon 90 PTVs to the different LGUs. This will help reach more Filipinos, especially those who are in geographically isolated and disadvantaged areas. Considering our country's geography, these vehicles are crucial in the face of crises and calamities. Then there are the young ones, children who deserve every opportunity to grow up healthy, to be loved and supported. The Tahanan ng Pagmamahal Children's Home in Pasig cares for children who have faced different kinds of hardships. Through the PCSO's Institutional Partnership Program, Tahanan received a grant last year to help cover food, milk, and medical expenses for these children. In a way, this is a quiet promise to each child that there is a community standing behind them, rooting for them, for their future, even when life has given them a tough start. They are among the countless lives touched by PCSO's mission. Each of them tells us that this work of this institution is woven into the fabric of our communities, meeting people at their most vulnerable and giving them the strength to carry on. It is a quiet and often unseen role, but has proven to be an essential one. So tonight, as we celebrate this milestone, I call upon everyone at PCSO to remember the heart of what you do. Continue upholding integrity, benevolence, and excellence. To all the officials and employees of the PCSO, past and present and future, thank you. Thank you for your dedication and for the countless hours that you have put into making this institution a pillar of hope. May you continue to serve with the same spirit of compassion and courage that has defined the PCSO for many generations. Here's to 90 more years of making dreams possible, of turning small acts of chance into lasting change for all Filipinos. Mabuhay ang PCSO, mabuhay ang bawat Pilipino.
You just heard Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.
Dateline Malacañang.
And finally, Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. on Friday visited the tomb of his father, the late President Ferdinand E. Marcos Sr. at the Libingan ng Mga Bayani, or in English, Heroes Cemetery, where he also offered a mass. The president arrived at the cemetery in Taguig City, where his mother, former First Lady Imelda Marcos, was also present. Also in attendance were supporters who welcomed the chief executive in the service honoring the memory of the late president. Earlier, in observance of All Saints' Day and All Souls' Day, President Marcos Jr. highlighted the significance of reflecting on the lives of the faithful who led lives of honor, sacrifices, and service. In his message, the President urged all Filipinos to honor their memory by fostering unity and compassion, ensuring that the enduring values of resilience and hope continue to guide the nation forward. President Marcos also expressed hope that the two-day holiday may remind Filipinos of those who paved the way for the country's present prosperity through their example of faith and love for others. The chief executive enjoined everyone to spend this time with their families and loved ones, to visit the resting places of their departed loved ones, offer heartfelt prayers for them, and express deep gratitude for their impact on their lives.
Dateline Malacañang.
Before we conclude our program, Radyo Pilipinas World Service of the Presidential Broadcast Service is heard over the following shortwave frequencies: 15.640 MHz, 17.820 MHz, and 12.010 MHz. You can also visit our Facebook page and YouTube channel at Radyo Pilipinas World Service. You will be able to hear and view our Filipino and English programs, including news updates here in the Philippines. Kindly subscribe, like, and share our post as well. And that concludes this edition of Dateline Malacañang in Review. For Radyo Pilipinas World Service, this is Leo Magpayo. Good day and stay safe.
From the Presidential Palace, Manila, Dateline Malacañang.